Hi you guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Torrence. If this is your first time to the channel, I would love if you hit that subscribe button. If you're a returning subscriber, I would like to say thank you. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. Also, if you would like any information on the look that I'm wearing now, I'll have the products that I use in the description bar below. But if you would like to actually see the tutorial on this look, I'll make sure I leave that link right here above. But today, I wanted to talk to you about Fenty Skin. First off, let's get it out the way. I am someone who absolutely loves and adores Rihanna. There's no doubt about that. So the fact that I'm even testing this stuff out, I ain't gonna lie, is strictly supporting her. It is what it is. I mean, that's what it is, and I can tell y'all that. It may sound good to some people, bad to others, but it's the truth, and I don't mind coming out and saying that. Because although this is a makeup channel, one of the compliments I receive on a regular basis is how nice my skin is. And it really is nice to hear because I am someone who currently and since puberty has always suffered from acne. To this day, it is something that bothers me every single day. I have to stay on my skincare. It's something that's not an option for me. If I slag in the gym like I have recently, which is why I've gained weight, then, that's what happens. I gain weight, I don't keep the slim body that I once had, and that's something I can usually deal with. If for any reason I fall off on my skincare routine and the acne comes back, that's not something I can just sit back and settle for. It's something I'm trying to get better at because I believe I should be able to take care of my entire body, not just my face. But truth be told, my looks are important to me, and acne is something that when it first started happening, I truly thought it was just going to be a phase. Once I get through puberty, by the time I graduate high school, it'll be long gone. No, ma'am. Honey, I've been out of high school longer than I would like to say right here on camera, but let's just go ahead and get it out there, honey. The acne is still real, and it's something I deal with on a regular basis. I honestly just had a pimple 2 days ago right here in the center of my forehead, but because I'm wearing makeup, you can't see it. And so I've got accustomed to just using what I have and what works. I spent so many years testing out so many different products where I either A, felt as if the money wasn't worth it, or B, the product just wasn't effective enough, or C, I just didn't like the smell or the texture. And with over 20 years of searching and looking for products, I finally found things that work for me, and I don't like to deviate from them. I don't care about what new moisturizer is coming out, what new soap is coming out, what new toner. I stick with the items that I have, that I love. And the only reason I've ever seen myself deviating from those products is if one of those items were to be discontinued or reformulated in a way that I did not like it. And as I stated, I have terrible acne. Most people may not see it because I stay on it, but let me go, I'm gonna say, I can sometimes skip a day or like a morning routine or something like that if I'm in a race. But usually if I don't do something one part of my routine because I have a morning and an afternoon routine, if I skip one, I'm truly not skipping the other. I just don't let it get that far, and I just have to stay on it, and it's detailed, it's long, and it's expensive. And I am the type of person who would rather just fork over the money and the time it takes and know that it works than just be without it and let my acne just do what it wants. And so it was really hard for me to get into Fenty Skin because, one, I had to get myself to understand that the products I use are not the only products that will work. They're just the only products that work that I have tried. There's a chance I may test out products that are even more affordable that can get the job done as well, if not even better. Or maybe I may have to find something that's a little more expensive to get things a little better. But at the end of the day, when I think of my skincare, cost is not a problem to me. If it works, I'm going to pay for it. What bothers me is allergic reactions or wasting time using products that don't work when I realize all that time I could have been using something that did. But the only way I'm ever going to get to that point is to test out new products. And so I decided to start off testing out Fenty Skin because I initially purchased everything when the brand very first launched. I had the full size of everything, but I held off because if you look here with their Fenty Skin starter set, it has the Total Cleanser, which is the Remove It All Cleanser. It comes with the Fat Water, which is the Pore Refining Toner Serum. And it also has the Hydrovisor, which is the Invisible Moisturizer Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Sunscreen. So when I had them initially, I kept pushing things off because, as I stated, I have products that work and I don't want to deviate from those. The idea of using anything else scares me and I don't want to risk having an allergic reaction or anything. So I let my friends and my family member get theirs. They were using theirs. They were loving it. And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, y'all loving y'all skincare routine, but I'm loving mine too. So I'm going to just hold off. And the number one reason that I kept giving myself on why I could hold off is because I'm like, okay, you got your cleanse, you got your toner, and it says it's a serum as well. But for moisturizer, you only have one with a sunscreen in it. What am I going to do at nighttime when it's the middle of the night, I'm doing my skincare routine and I want to go to sleep? I don't want to put on a moisturizer with a sunscreen. It's unnecessary. I don't need that getting on my pillowcase. So that was always my cop-out. She doesn't have anything I can use in the middle of the night. So when it sold out and no one could find it, I had a full kit and no one had one. So I'm like, okay, Torrence, are you just going to let it sit there or what are you going to do? Ended up being able to sell it and make a little profit. And with that money, I kept saying, okay, what are we going to do? We're going to buy something else from Fenty Beauty just because we have the money. I couldn't figure out what to do. And then she launched this, the night cream. This is called the Instant Reset Overnight Recovery Gel Cream. And if it's nothing else that I like better in my skincare, honey, although I love things that cleanse the pores, I love me a good night cream or an under eye cream, honey. And the fact that this comes in jar form, which we already gonna get out there, I have to be honest. Skincare products in jar form usually are the products that breaks down antioxidants the fastest. You usually want things that are in airtight, airless pumps, but we're going to go ahead and still see what it's like because just because some antioxidants are lost doesn't mean all will be lost. This could still be an effective product, so we're just going to test things out. The only reason I'm giving this the first chance for a brand is because I know other people who've used this and have gotten good results from it, and because it's my baby Rihanna. Because if it was any other brand that I just had to truly go in and be like, okay, Torrence, if you had to step outside of your realm, where would you go? More than likely, I will go to the high-end brands because they just seem to be what works for me. I like knowing that I may get ingredients that more affordable brands may not bring to me, but truth be told, I've been looking out and it's been seeming like a lot of these more affordable brands are using more high-quality ingredients. But I'm telling y'all, I am so nervous with using this, and because I want to make a promise to myself because I took that money and instead of going back in and buying all full-size items, I ain't made out of money, honey. I'm just here to let you know. What I decided to do was I bought this in full size because it was the only thing you could get. It was in full size. You couldn't get a mini. I ended up buying the mini set of this just because they came out with those Fenty Gloss Bomb creams and I had to have them, sis. All 5 of them. I just had to. I love the Gloss Bomb formula, and because these did not come in miniatures, to get all 5 was almost $100. So mainly the reason why we got miniatures now is because we used the money to get this, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I regret nothing. And plus, I figured this would give me a chance to test these products out and get through them a lot faster. If I had a very full bottle and for some reason I did not like the product, I would waste the whole full bottle. If for any reason I like any of these products, it's nothing for me to go to the Fenty Beauty website or Sephora and repurchase them because I'm someone who stays on my skincare routine. But this gives me a chance to test the products out, see if I like them, and give them an honest review because although I love Rihanna, Honey, what we not gonna do is use bad things on the skin. If they do not work for me, that just will be that everything won't work for everyone. But if I had to say out of all of the products, which one am I most excited for? It would probably be the night cream, just simply because I have oily skin. And even though most people tend not to think oily skin needs moisture, honey, trust me, we do. You notice a huge difference when you stop using your moisturizer. It's just, I like products that I know are going to give me hydration but not clog my pores. But I think the product that got everybody hyped is this Fat Water Toner. I cannot wait to see what the texture of that like in my hand. I'm someone who has very few makeup wipes and very few cotton pads left. I've been trying to switch over and be more eco-friendly. So I do have the makeup eraser kits that I have that I'm going to use, but we've been talking for a long time now, honey. I know I've been talking, but I'm someone who's very vocal with my opinion. And so what I want to do for the first step, I don't believe I'm going to be able to do this on camera because I can be a klutz with that camera, and I do not want to risk dropping that thing in the water. So what I'm going to do is go away. I'm going to do my skincare as normal, and I'm going to come back after each product and tell you how I feel. So first, I'm going to go cleanse my face with the the total cleanser. I'll be back to tell you how that was, and I guess that'll be the first step. So see you in a moment. All right, you guys, we are back, and I'm here to tell you my face feels absolutely clean. I'm loving the fact that even though this is part of a kit and not the absolute full-size package, it still has the same packaging. So with the cap, it just twists up like this, and you can squeeze the product out. That way you're not worried about actually losing the cap because it's always attached, and you can just twist it to lock it back in place. And although this soap does have a scent, I'm here to tell you it smells so nice. It's a soft and sweet smell, sort of like a sugar cookie or something with honey in it. It's really subtle. I don't smell it any longer now that it's off my face, but it's a nice thick soap as well. The soap that I generally use is very thin and runnery just because although I like lather, I don't want anything that's going to leave a stripping feeling on my skin. I used to think that squeaky clean feeling was nice till I realized that was drying my skin out and making things worse. Now I just need something that's just strong enough to get my skin clean, get the makeup off, and keep things moving. And I'm really liking this. I'm not sure of the price of the full-size bottle, but we're going to keep things going. And the one thing I'm truly appreciating is the fact that I don't see any mascara or anything, because that's usually the hardest part, is removing eye makeup. But this seemed to get the job done so far, so I'm liking this. Like I said, would I repurchase it? We would have to give it a little more time. It's just that for me, I have to make sure my skin doesn't become sensitive to the scent in this product. But so far, really enjoying this. My pro is the packaging. The con would be the scent. I like the scent, but the fact that it has one, that's still going to always be a con in skincare. Next up, we have the Fat Water Toner. And it says we use this day and night on clean skin. Apply over face with fingers or cotton pad. External use only. So I'm going to see what kind of container this comes in. I'm going to screw this off. And it looks like this will pour just straight out. No, it's thick enough where it's not going to pour straight out. You got to squeeze the bottle, okay. Let me see, let me get me a good squeeze on this bad boy. Okay, so I'm liking that. It's not something that you're going to worry about just slipping out your hand or slipping out the slipping out the bottle if you drop it. And the texture, this is what I was most interested to see, is the texture of this. And it doesn't feel as jelly as I thought it would. It's like she said, it's like a serum gel. It smells fresh. It's thin. And I know I just put a lot on, but trust me, honey, I am somebody who has a big face, and I like to bathe in my skincare product. I wouldn't say that there's any added fragrance to it. If it is, it's very subtle. But it just smells nice and fresh. That's the best way I can describe it. I'm gonna just put this on the neck and bring it down. Considering they said this is a toner, I want to make sure every square inch get it. But as a serum, honey, I need to make sure everywhere, including my lips, is covered because we need those extra added vitamins and nutrients to the skin, honey. It absorbs very easily, so this is a product I don't feel as if I would even need a cotton pad for. They say you can add it with one because, they say you can add one to it, but because it has a slightly thicker texture, I feel as if that was not necessary. And even though we haven't even put moisturizer on, honey, you can instantly feel the hydration from that product. My skin didn't feel dry before, but truth be told, something tells me if you just put this on, it probably wouldn't hydrate all day. But I think they could probably take and water this down and create a mist out of this, something that you could use to just retouch throughout the day. This feels nice. I can feel it on the skin, but I wouldn't say it has a tacky feeling or anything to it. I can just tell that my skin has a little more moisture than what it would if you were to put something like plain water on your skin. I don't smell it or anything like that, so I'm loving this product here. Something tells me the larger bottle will probably be a little easier to work with. So for this, I'm going to say the biggest pro is the texture. The fact that it's not an extremely runny liquid means it's something I don't need a cotton pad for. So I'm loving that. And the con, if anything, just because this is a miniature bottle, it may be a little more difficult to squeeze than the full-size bottle would be. And if for any reason there is a scent in it, it is extremely, extremely light. So I am really loving this. I think I might like this a little more than the cleanser. So we have this here and we're going to try the moisturizer. And I'm just now realizing that I cannot use the moisturizer from this set because this one has an SPF 30. So this will be something I would use in the morning. But I wanted to make sure before we go any further, I give you a close-up view of all of the bottles. Because although I don't know the prices offhand, I'll make sure I leave the prices of this kit as well as all full-size bottles in the description bar of this video. And before we go any further and use this moisturizer here, I want to make sure I give you a close-up view of all the items in the kit. This here is what the Fenty Skin starter kit looks like. It has 3 items in the kit. These are not the full size, so if you wanted to get the full-size items, they would be much larger. But it comes with the cleanser, the toner, and the moisturizer. Even though this moisturizer is included, I will have to use that in the morning. I can't use that with sunscreen for the nighttime routine. First up, we have the total cleanser. The second step would be the fat water toner. And the last step in your morning routine would be your hydrovisor. Because I'm headed to bed, I wanted to go ahead and make sure I use their overnight recovery gel cream. This product here has me just because it looks over the top and extra because it has a jar packaging and a spatula. It instantly makes me think of that Tatcha primer that everyone used to talk about. And this here is the box it comes in. It's a nice big purple box. And although purple isn't my favorite color, this box is beautiful. You open things up and it says inside, love your skin, respect the planet, refill me, sold separately. So that way we're not constantly buying whole packages. You buy this one kit here that comes with a container and a refill. And if you ever want to repurchase the product, you just repurchase the refill. You don't have to keep purchasing whole bottles of the products with this line. So every time you purchase a new item, you are saving money by not purchasing the packaging as well. So that's a nice thing that they're doing for the environment. On the inside here, it looks like on the top we have the refill here. Let's see. Instant reset over, yep, this here is the refill. You can see it has the packaging, it has FS on it for Fenty Skin, and this is sealed, so you know that no one has used it yet. We can peel this tab up, and what it appears to be on the inside is the storage container here. It's a 2-piece set, so you would lock the 2 pieces around the container there. It doesn't come with instructions, or well, yes it does, right here on the side of the container. It shows you exactly how to do it, and it's exactly what I thought it was. Gonna look and see. It appears there are 2 ridges on this that match up with the 2 ridges on the inside of this, so I'm gonna just drop that straight inside. I wanna see if there's a logo. Yep, I want my Fenty Skin logos to match up right here. Okay, and once you have it in there, it can snap in place. That way we can see the logo at the bottom to let us know what product we have in the container. And then this looks like this will snap right on top of that, but I don't want to put that on yet until I peel this lid off, and I want to go slow so I don't risk wasting any of my product. What I'm going to do is open up the lid here because I know that's where the spatula is. And now what I have is still some here and plenty left on this. And because, honey, I may be full of beauty, I may be full of love, but honey, I'm not full of money. So we using all this product on the back of this container here. But we have plenty here, and what you will be able to do is go in. Actually, before I touch my skin with it, I want to scoop me a nice little bit of it up. Scoop some out, and you can either scoop it on the back of your hand or scoop it right to the face. Because I want to be extra and use it today, I can always go back and wash it. But I just want to take and scoop some right here underneath the eyes, right here around the mouth, just to make sure I get the lips. Then we're going to hit around the perimeter of the face, get the eyelids, and use the rest on the neck, and then that's what we're going to use the rest of this for. Is we're going to scrape this off of here and put that on the neck. Oh, almost dropped her. And now that we have everything off, what I feel comfortable doing now is taking my lid and screwing this on. And trust me, honey, this is the cutest, most extra thing in the world. To know I could peel this up. Oh, I didn't even realize that's a little bitty mirror in there. Okay. I could be doing my skincare routine and getting it going, yes. So what I want to do now is just go in, rub this in, and this most definitely has a scent to it. It smells, I'm gonna say sort of fruity to me. Smells sort of like a women's body lotion. It is nice and thick and hydrating. It doesn't feel greasy like it's full of petroleum or anything like a lot of body lotions. But this is definitely scented. The scent is fading as I'm rubbing it in, but this is definitely something that you can tell the added fragrance to. I don't think this is anything that gives us skincare ingredients going on. And before I wash this, I wanted to go ahead and put the last little bit on the lips. And although this does feel moisturizing, this doesn't feel like this would be heavy enough to be enough for the lips. I've always found that whatever moisturizer I use on the face is okay for the face, but I always need something a little extra to go in for the lips. And I don't think this moisturizer is going to be any different. It feels nice on the skin. I don't feel any rough or dry patches. I'm looking so far, things look hydrated, but they don't look greasy or over the top. My main concern is giving it time, so I'm going to just use these products up until they're completely gone. And I have to find out if either A, I have an acne breakout, or B, if I have any sensitizing issues going on, because with time, with some scents, you can develop a sensitivity to those items. So far, everything seems really nice. In the morning, I am going to start using that moisturizer, but I'm here to let y'all know, honey. I love my skincare. I ain't had no issues so far with it, but we're going to give Rihanna a try, and we're going to be honest with our updated results. So we're going to replace our normal items, such as our normal cleanser. We're only going to use this cleanser on the face from now on. Same thing with this for the toner, and the same thing with our moisturizers. things like lip balms and things like that, there's no need to cut those out because this isn't part of that particular line, so there's no point of cutting that out. And things like also like my weekly mask and things like that, I'm still going to use my same weekly mask because this line doesn't have one just yet. But I will notice a difference in my skincare. Either things will be a lot better or a lot worse, but I'll let you know and update it on which items I'm going to keep and which items I repurchase. But if you like videos like this, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, leave me a comment down below if for any reason you were able to grab some Fenty Skin items. I am somebody who has a very detailed skincare routine. So after this is all said and done, I'll make sure I give you an updated and full detailed skincare routine. Once again, this is a makeup channel, but I am someone who suffers from severe acne and I like to make sure that I stay up on it. And what I need to be doing is right now headed to bed because I'm looking at the time and I'm like, baby, you know you got to get up for work in the morning, but I still need to go ahead, tie this hair up. But I wanted to make sure I just put the word out to the world that I am going to actually give other skincare brands a try because I just have not. I'm telling you, I stick to what I know and I like what I like. With makeup, I'm willing to experiment. With skincare, we're going to try to get into it because there are a lot of new formulas and new items out there. And I just want my skincare routine to be the best that it can be. And we're going to start off with Fenty Beauty and see how things go. But we'll keep you all updated and I hope you all like this video. But if nothing else, I hope you all remember to practice, continue to stay blessed. And until next time, goodbye YouTube.